Let me say this plainly. Muslim women are being targeted on these dating sites, especially Islamic dating sites. And yes, convert women, especially of a certain age, are absolutely at risk because these men or these fake profiles think you'll accept anything. They think you're lonely. They think you're desperate to be chosen. They think you want marriage so badly that if they build the right fantasy, you'll ignore every red flag. So what do? They backward engineer the perfect man. They study what they think Muslim women who are serious about marriage, serious about deen, serious about not wasting time. Then they build a profile around that. Suddenly, he's serious about marriage, he's traditional, he wants peace, he's ready to relocate. He says he wants a real woman. He drops little lines like, Allah wills that nothing can stop us from being together, and it all sounds deep. But when you start asking real questions, he has nothing. That's the key. Because a real person can answer questions. A scammer keeps floating in vague, dreamy language. And I've seen the pattern over and over. A lot of these profiles come with these polished European rural trash. You remember the Danish deceptor? He was targeting a certain type. Or Russian-looking persons. Dmitry, Sergey, whatever name they're using. Maybe it's really them, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a stolen identity. Maybe it's a fake persona built from what they think looks attractive, exotic, masculine, and respectable. Why would anybody even believe that a Muslim is from Italy or Russia? I'm not saying every European Muslim is fake. I know better than that. My ex-husband, God bless him, was Eastern European, and he was probably the only Muslim in Česká Budějovice, the city where he comes from. The point is, I know enough to ask questions. And when you ask questions, that's when these profiles start falling apart. Because now you want details, now you want consistency, and now you want context. So if you say you live in Detroit, why do none of your pictures look like Detroit? I know what the Midwest looks like. Why is every picture some random beach or some pretty little European street, a luxury car or crop selfie with like no real environment? Why do I never see like a grocery store, a street, a neighborhood, or just whatever normal stuff that you would think, even when people pose for pictures because they know they want to put the picture up, it's something around that you can get the context of what's going on. If you're supposed to be in the Midwest, why doesn't it look like the Midwest? And that matters. Everybody's not always on vacation 24/7. And then there's the messaging. These men send the same generic cut and paste compliments. Your eyes are so beautiful. You look like... I can just tell from your random profile pic that you just got such a beautiful heart, right? They're expressing every vague, politically correct comment that they think that women like to hear that they've seen on social media. Oh, I accept everyone. Doesn't matter if you're black or even if you're a BBW. I actually got that, and somebody expected that to go over. And then there's the messaging. These men send the same generic cut and paste compliments. It's vague, it's recycled, and sometimes they literally repeat themselves. Literally, like cut and paste. Watch for lines that feel copied and pasted. Watch for phrases they use twice. And then watch for answers where you think they answered, you ask them a direct question and they don't answer it. Instead, they give some vague answer and then move on to something else. You ask where they grew up and they say, Allah guides whom he wills. You ask what masjid they attend and they say Islam is in the heart. You ask why are they saying they're Italian but their profile says they're German. Allah knows. I just really want to get to establish a meaningful connection with you. That's not the answer to the question. That's not depth. That's not spirituality. And from conditioning, you're thinking I shouldn't ask too many questions because I don't want to appear to be a nag. Don't worry about it. You're not going to be a wife, so you don't have to worry about being a nagging wife. Not to this guy, at least. It's evasion. And you guys who have been in relationships for so long, things have changed so much, even from when I first got a divorce. Back then we were on sites. Now they're all apps and they're a lot more sophisticated, but also the hackers are a lot more sophisticated. We have to be trained not to mistake vagueness for sincerity. A scammer knows exactly how to perform good Muslim man for women who want love, safety, and marriage. We've been taught through Islam that lying is wrong. We've been taught that the heart of a believer is pure, and we have been conditioned that Muslim men have integrity. But I tell you, people take advantage of this. Look out for profiles that are too flattering, too fast. They understand that you're probably starving for just male compliments, but don't take that flattery to heart. That's why I encourage women to have their own sense of worth and their own sense of identity and not rely on the validation of men for that. Don't get fooled by somebody being too spiritual when it's just time to be accountable. or they seem too perfect. This is the man of your dreams. Is Allah bringing him to you? Or did someone just know what you wanted and put that on the menu? And too empty. Knows no substance. Convert women especially need to hear this. I once had a man tell me that he couldn't figure out how to click the little button that said call. It was too hard for him to understand, and he was apparently supposed to be an engineer. They build the fantasy first, but a real man doesn't need fantasy to hold up. A real man can survive reality. So stop getting hypnotized by the profile. Stop getting hypnotized if you actually get them on the phone. Stop getting hypnotized by the beard, the prayer talk, the marriage-minded label, and the pretty pictures. I know we've all seen the videos of the Muslim men, and they are giving some very good advice in their actual post, but just because that's online doesn't mean that every Arab man or every Muslim man that you meet is going to have those qualities. Don't be afraid to ask questions and look for repetition.